Cardinals fans, we just got some bad news. That's what we have to talk about on today's show. So get ready. You might need a drink for this one. Welcome into Cardinals Today. I'm your host, Joey O'Donoghue. Excited to be doing this with you guys. And like I said, whether it's good or bad, I'm going to give you every single piece of Cardinals news and Cardinals rumors. So join the party. Hit that subscribe button. If you're a Cardinals fan, it is totally free. We are almost at 2.3 thousand subscribers already. Just 7 new people away from it. So, Cardinals fans, do me a favor, do yourself a favor by hitting the subscribe button for free to get Cardinals content almost every day, all year long. And without further ado, let's talk about the new reports we have from NFL insiders and draft expert Daniel Jeremiah, and there's Peter Schrager, who are now telling us that David Bailey won't be available at pick 3, and in fact, will go to the Jets. Here's an exact quote from the two chopping it up on a podcast together. Said, Daniel Jeremiah starts it off, said, we're kind of hearing the same thing. As we're coming down the home stretch, this feels more like Bailey versus the upside pick with Reese. David Bailey might be more pro-ready right now, just more polished than Arvell Reese, and that is actually a fact of the matter here. I think Reese has some upside. We'll talk about him in a bit. But Bailey's easy plug-and-play NFL edge rusher. Let's go. Not only could Bailey be off the board for the Cardinals now who need an edge, but this might lead to them messing up the pick at 3, folks. Peter Schrager just dropped a mock draft for the first round, and let's take a look at the first 3 picks here. So obviously Mendoza goes off the board. I haven't found a mock where that's the case at number 1, or that's not the case at number 1, in fact. And then David Bailey goes second to the New York Jets, folks, the Texas Tech edge, leaving the Cardinals with a decision at 3, and now people are saying the Cardinals will go Arvell Reese, linebacker/edge, out of the Ohio State University. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Reese because I'm getting worried now. I'm getting worried. My scouting report on Arvell Reese is that he's got high upside. Why does he have high upside? Because he's an excellent athlete. He's a freak athlete. No doubt about that, okay? He could do things I cannot do. But he needs development. If you want the best version of Arvell Reese, well, that's him being an edge and a linebacker like Micah Parsons, a guy who could be a pass rusher. He's not at the edge spot yet, folks. There's potential. It's a boom-bust pick in a sense. And you don't want to do that at pick 3. Now, I've showed you guys this side-by-side once before, but a reminder about Ruben Bain versus Arvell Reese. Look at the left side of your screen first. Ruben Bain. Look at the bend he gets when rushing versus Arvell Reese on the right side. The dude can't get down low. It's like he's standing up. Also, Bain did this at top speed. Reese looked slow in this drill at his pro day. And so he's just not an edge yet. Can be, sure, but your first year with Reese, it's off-ball linebacker, and the Cardinals need an edge. My take has been that they need right tackle. We'll talk about that, but they need an edge or right tackle. Reese isn't that yet. He could develop into one. And so you talk about a linebacker that you're taking top 5. A linebacker you're taking top 10 might give you flashbacks, folks. Cardinals fans, is this going to be Isaiah Simmons 2.0? The measurements, when you compare Reese to Simmons side by side, this is not a good omen. Close in height, close in weight, close in arm length and hand measurements. And Isaiah Simmons was actually faster. Now, Simmons, of course, was just supposed to be a linebacker. Didn't live up to top 10 potential. But this is a scary sight to see how close the two are. And I'm all for drafting guys that can be great. But with a top 3 pick, give me someone who will be great. No chances. No Isaiah Simmons 2.0s. Kuiper loved him too. High on Reese as well as instincts and athleticism. The main thing with Reese is athleticism, folks. Needs development. Do we trust the Cardinals to develop him? Just get me a solid, good player. It's a top 3 pick. Stop messing around. And I think I would crash out if the Cardinals took Reese at 3. And if he wasn't good, and then you watched Caleb Downs be the defensive rookie of the year, Jeremiah Love be the offensive rookie of the year, David Bailey have double-digit sacks, and Reese is a linebacker that underperforms, well, that'd be bad news, folks. And so weigh in for me in the comment section. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. I don't think they should. Tell me if you think the Cardinals should draft Arvell Reese. D for draft, P for pass. Type a letter in the comment section to let me know where your head is at, folks, down below. I'll go through and read what the Cardinals fans think of Arvell Reese. Is this Simmons 2.0? And now let's talk about my plan for the Arizona Cardinals. Here's what they really should do, folks. You need to trade down and get Maui Noah. That's the move. That's been my take. It's an easy, blue chip, plug and play, right tackle at your biggest need, and you can get more draft picks to get him. Solves your biggest need. He's the best right tackle in the class. And so it's kind of like two birds with one stone. Best player available at the position you need most. And with the trade down, you get an extra draft pick for getting who you should be taking anyway. So that's the move. Some more new intel, though, from Daniel Jeremiah actually suggests that Ruben Bain will fall outside of the top 10 now, folks. It's because of those short arms, which is a real thing. There's not a good track record of successful edges who had arms the size of Ruben Bain's. But his tape speaks for itself. He's a game wrecker. He's dominant when he's out there in college football. So hopefully that translates to the NFL. But the Cardinals could trade down and still get Ruben Bain also. I think I would take Maui Noah, like I said, but you could get a player by trading down that has probably a better chance of being good than Arvell Reese at edge. If they stay at pick 3, you hope Bailey gets there, or you're just taking best player available, honestly. I think that voice in the Cardinals building that's pushing for Jeremiah Love is onto something. Just take a good player, okay? You're not win now. Jeremiah Love is going to be great. Still got to build the O-line for him. But when you are good, you'll be happy that you have Jeremiah Love on the team. Don't reach. No need to reach on somebody or take an upside pick. That's my take here if you're staying. And there's also a lot of stud right tackles in this draft, folks. And so staying isn't the worst-case scenario. Staying at 3 and taking someone who's just guaranteed to be good, like a Love or Downs or Bailey, perhaps, then getting a right tackle later, that's totally fine. What's not fine is staying at 3 and taking Arvell Reese. There's a lot of studs in this draft at the tackle position. They all play right tackle. This is a right tackle draft. Not only Maui Noah, guys, Spencer Fano had been mocked to the Cardinals at 3 before. He's that good and versatile with upside and athleticism. Play guard, too, on the right side, which is perfect. That's what you need. Ihanachor, the ASU right tackle, is getting a lot of buzz. So is Blake Miller, the Clemson right tackle. I like those guys a lot. Late first, early second. Jennings Dunker stands out to me, too. Love him. Look at the mullet on that guy. But it's not about the mullet. It's about the play. It's about how he's a true mauler. I would love him late for the Cardinals as well. A lot of great right tackles in this class. So you could just go best player available at 3. Or this is why you trade down. Get more picks in this class because there's plenty of chances to get right tackles and just get good players in the first round. In fact, if you got 2 firsts by trading down, for example, the Cowboys who have 2 firsts, maybe they'd give you both to get 3. You could get a first-round edge and a first-round right tackle now. Perhaps that's Ruben Bain at 12, and then someone like Ihanachor later in the first, Blake Miller, right, with that later first-round pick the Cowboys would give you. There's a lot of good ways to play this. And the fact that the analysts think the Cardinals are leading the one way you shouldn't play this is discouraging. So we need to pray that the Cardinals do the right thing. Has that ever happened? I don't know. But will Monty Ossenfort come through and make a good decision on draft day? Time will tell, folks. But in terms of the trade down that I mentioned, I want you to tell me in the comment section, are you in favor of that? Let me know if you think the Cardinals should trade down by typing Y for yes. If you think they shouldn't, type N for no. In fact, if you want to elaborate, let me know what you think the Cardinals should be doing here on draft day, staying and picking or moving down. Who do you want? Get that in the comment section. I appreciate you all tuning in to Cardinals Today by Chat Sports. Lots of intriguing conversations to have here as we are weeks away from the NFL draft, folks. This is huge for the Arizona Cardinals for turning things around quickly, and I do not want them to mess this up. So if you're like me, hit the subscribe button, want the Cardinals to get this thing right soon. I've been your host, Joey O'Donohue, and I'll see you guys next time with more Cardinals videos.